Hello everyone, so picking off where we last were, I'm going to finish with all these side quests, including, well, I won't get to the, I'll probably turn those in, but I won't actually do them, and hopefully this pushes us to level 40, level 50, and that way I'll do the paladin's story, job quest as well. And then we'll be all ready for the last dungeons of this of the 2.0, because we are getting very, very, very close to the end of Realm Reborn. So we need to kill a bunch of Shelf Claw Sahagin, which are inconveniently paired with these. And they're a pain in the butt to kill. So, I will first start with this. And I'm not going to worry too much about those because I'll just avoid them. And mostly because I need to kill them later anyway, if I'm not mistaken. And as you can see, they're a pain in the butt to kill. And it's much easier just to avoid them for now and work on killing these guys. And hopefully my chocobo doesn't die. There we go. And now I'm gonna run away, run away! And attack this one. There we go. And that was enough for them, so now I need to head all the way into there. So I'll go ahead and do that. Oops. Helps if I head in the correct direction. Me and my directions, sheesh. I need to get into the habit of turning the camera as I'm looking at the mini-map. Or not the mini-map, that's the mini-map, to look at the map. So I actually head in the correct direction. So as you can see, we're heading over there, and I don't care if that follows me. And despite this looking like a dead end, it is not, in fact, because then we pop out of here. And when you do, I'd be very cautious of that, because there is a lot of higher level aggressives over here. In fact, I think all of them are aggressive, and as you can see, there's also a fate, which adds some more difficulty into that. And I just noticed that wasn't on. I'm not sure why it wasn't on. I was probably doing a leap of faith or something and I didn't turn it on, so I wonder if it was on even at the end of the last video. And if it wasn't, oh well. But anyway, so we will be killing these sea wasps because we need a lot of umbrellas from them. And before I forget, I'm actually going to use this because that'll boost my energy gating. I'm going to move that down there and those down there. And yes, I haven't sold anything on the market board yet. I will maybe get to that in this video just to clean it up a bit. Otherwise, I might grab another retainer because currently we only have one and there's 2 free ones plus what I'm paying extra for. But you don't need to know that. Anyway, So there's still a retainer that we have lots of space with, because currently that's our chocobo saddlebag. It has a bunch of gear to also be sold because we don't need it and to keep it out of the way so I didn't accidentally equip it. And so now we just need to kill 4 more of these, or 3 more of these, I don't know. Or is it 2 more of these? I'll find out in a second. 2 more of these, and hopefully that means we get enough drops. I'll have to look in the key items. Yes, they're collecting separately, so that's good. I wasn't actually sure how it did it, because the last time I did these quests, I actually did one, and then I did the other, and it turns out they were for exactly the same thing. I was kind of annoyed at myself for having not looped back to actually do that quest. So we need to also kill the Reavers in there. I'm not sure if we'll have an easy time of that, because like I said, all of those are aggressives, and not just because of the fate being up right now. So what I'm going to do is try to maneuver myself around down here, and as you can see, you can't go into the water. So while this counts as part of the fate, it's not actually what the fate is. We have to head up there and kill something, but I'm not going to go up there. As you can see, we need to go up there anyway, but I'm not going to go up there right now because there's a fate boss thing that's right there, and that just makes it even more difficult. And as you can see, we have these guys here we need to kill. So I will do that. And we are making good progress to level 50. And as you can see, there's someone else there. But partly the reason why I'm not going up there is because we have that purple hue, and if we enter that, then we'll have those bad guys to contend with, plus the fate boss thingy. And it's not an easy fate boss person thingy, least of all with our current level and our current gear. Although our gear is not so lacking. Yeah, our gear is pretty good for what it is right now. Although our average item level is kind of pathetic. I think that'll be fixed once we get that last piece of gear, and as you can see, there's something else we need to do over here. I believe that's blow it up, probably. I can't tell until this stupid fate is done. I thought it was a good idea to change the setting so that all those weren't displayed, because it annoyed the heck out of me, because it just drops them lower. So the quests and stuff would be below here, and well, if you have a lot of them at once, it'll be a pain in the butt. But. And I'll just sneak over here. And yes, I did kind of forget I had that skill. And the fate failed, and no, they won't attack me. Or they'll pretend to attack me. That one will attack me. But because the way is clear, I'm gonna head up here. But first, I'll attack this one. So normally the fate boss person thingy is up here. And that's how you defeat that fate. And since we're in here, we should be safe and those shouldn't spot us, but I'm gonna wait for it to come into here. I like how my chocobo had the same idea as me. Anyway, so we just need to feed this one, and then I need to blow up that crate, and then that crate down there. Oh, I guess they are gonna spot me. Normally that doesn't happen. Oh well. More experience anyway. And paralyzed. And the fate started. Great. Big sarcasm. Oh dear, that scared me. Alrighty, and now we just need to blow up that one, and unfortunately I don't think I can get it. Oops. I don't think I can use it from up here. Yeah, I didn't think so, but I can do that. And that was also my concern, is having, as you can see, we have now 4 bad guys fighting us. But given how quickly we're fighting ones with just 2, it shouldn't be an issue as long as we focus at one at a time. And by we, I mean, of course, my chocobo and myself. And if... I'm gonna switch that to the healing class. Use one of those. Stun that one. And I'm gonna be beaten if I don't hurry. So, this is the time where I'm gonna go run away, run away. And these guys will not follow you through. I think the wasps might follow you through there, but anyway, the only loss there is the loss of experience. But, loss of experience because we didn't defeat those bad guys, but oh well, I'd rather live. So I'll go ahead and turn in the quests here first, and then there. Ouch. Ah. And it doesn't really matter if these guys chase me, because they're gonna stop anyway. I trust you're busy delivering those sea wasp souls to the deep. Just make sure you don't give their corpses to my brother. Rotting sea wasp umbrella. Forget that you are eating the rancid gelatinous umbrella of a flying jellyfish, and you might just enjoy it. Nope, probably not. Now this is what I deem a proper slaughter. Excellent! All that remains is to determine how to dispose of the wretched things. I suppose there must be somebody in my brigade that can stomach them. And so we have the choice of those or this stuff. Well, I don't really need these or those, so elegant gold piece it is. And I will jump onto the chocobo. I mean carbuncle. Why am I calling you a chocobo again? Ay ay ay. And I will actually head over there first. Actually, no, I'll turn in these quests. Because then I can teleport to wherever I need to teleport to do those quests. On the assumption, of course, that there isn't more for me to do here, because I think there might be. Oh, Brita. Our triumphant hero returns, and I imagine it will be some time before the Serpent Reavers in Sahagin rear their ugly heads again. More importantly, we needn't worry about Leviathan rearing his head. The Maelstrom and indeed all of Limsa Lomensa owes you a debt of gratitude, and please send my regards to Rodolphe. And Ujukal. Ha! And here I feared I was sending you to your death. Glad you gave that rapscallion Drisnagel his comeuppance. A woman who can dispense justice will always have a place by my side. And Elixir, Phoenix Down. I'll yoink for Phoenix Down this time, even though, again, I don't actually use them. I'm sure there's going to be a purpose for them somewhere, sometime. Maybe. I know when this was first released, they still had a purpose and a use and helpfulness and stuff, but not anymore. That I know of, anyway. A job well done. Let us see how the fishbacks fancy that. Each day the hordes of slimy Sahagin soldiers threaten to take our beloved brigades. I pray the day never comes, but prayer alone will not suffice. Thanks to you, today will not be that day. And so we have the choice of a bow, and I think I actually like this bow. No, well, it's not terrible, but it's not great. That looks like your Shtola's. And then we have that. Just a hint of advice, when you try these on, sometimes have them equipped, because sometimes they have special little displayness that you wouldn't otherwise see. And I'm just gonna take a quick look in my full inventory, as it were. No, that's monk. That's arcanist rather. Level 45. Okay, I'm gonna use those stabbers there. And now we just need to speak to Atzatrak. Or Atzatrak. Whatever. Some person's name whom I can't pronounce. And apparently we have a bit of lag here. Unless, of course, I left-clicked. Yeah, I left-clicked. You know nothing. That'll teach those reavers that they reap what they sow. Rest assured, in the knowledge you will made the seas safer for all. And we get our new sword. Yay! And I didn't actually want to equip that. I want to equip that. And as I just discovered a moment ago, this was full, so what can I toss out of here? Well, I can toss that out of here. And I can toss this in. And I can equip this, and I still don't want to equip that. I know it's better because of the stats. Okay. Those are good. Anyway. I really need to go through my inventory. And as you can see, we have a quest here with Elise. Elise requires you to supply the lines of Tidegate. Guarding a wall so vast as Tidegate requires the manpower of 2 brigades, and maintaining a unified defense requires the act in tandem. This task has been entrusted to the brigades of the brothers Nortmoen and Slalhort, yet I fear they hold each other in esteem far from fraternal, bickering over the slightest of unintended slights. And so I need ask an outsider, namely you, to bring provisions to Nortmoen of the north side and Slathoret of the south side, to allay any appearance of impropriety. We have set aside 2 perfectly equal sets of rations for them, though you'll likely have your hands full convincing them of that. And obviously that fate that was back over here succeeded. Probably thanks to whomever that person who was on the behemoth, or Bahamut, whatever it was. Whatever mount. A mount. Was waiting for that. Because I think they need it for a quest at some point. Which is also why it spawned so quickly again. Slotherhead. If you have come looking for Slotherhead, you've found him. Now what of it? I know. Maelstrom rations. Each serving contains 2 pieces of fish tack, a dried herring, and a ginger cookie. Ah, but what is it this you have brought us? Salted fish? You insult my men with brine-soaked brow while my brother dines on the fresh fruits of the sea? No, because he's getting the same thing, mister. Jeepers, mister. And so we obviously have to turn in that side quest and also do the delivery of the rations to the north other one. And then I will head to report to Rodolphe. And then we will be able to do Operation Archon, unless of course I do in fact level to level 50, because then I'm going to do that first. I imagine you've become bearing my sea wasps' umbrellas, unless you've turned coat and given them to my brother, that is. Well, I gave him different ones. And same description. Well, well, quite a catch indeed. Haha, splendid. Tonight we will feast on the jellyfish while my jealous fish of a brother drinks in his tears. It will be glorious. And so we have the choice of a necklace. I think we need an update. Seriously, why is... Huh. Well, I guess we're going for that one. That's better. Let's see here. There's so much of a mixed match. Once you get high... And that's level 28. We need a better shield. Why don't we have a better shield yet? That's terrible. And that's all the more reason to do the level 50 quest. Because we'll get a new weapon and a new shield. Anyhow. Da-dum-da-dum. And obviously the chest piece as well, but once you get into the higher level stuff, it's more consistent. Sort of. I think they did a better job of distribution of gear and stuff. Anyhow, I am Nortmoen, adventurer. What business have you here? And we'll give you the Maelstrom rations. Ah, rations. An adventurer bearing rations is always welcome. But I cannot help but think you bear even more rations for my brother's men. Nope, he got the same thing. At least they think the same. If that's any consolation. Which I don't think it is, but yeah. Elise. I take it you witnessed their silly sibling rivalry firsthand, and now understand why some wonder whether the two can cooperate long enough to hold the wall. But nothing unites like a common enemy, and I have no doubt the brothers will set aside their petty differences when faced with the greater danger. And apparently you have another task. Elise would call you to the wall once more. The Maelstrom needs your help. We would open South Tidegate to welcome a returning detachment, but doing so would expose us to the Sahagin. Thus, we aim to launch a diversionary attack along the north side and lure the Sahagin hordes away from the open gate. Seek out Nortmoen at North Tidegate. The offensive falls under his command. And so we are headed that way. Again. So you've come to help bail my beleaguered brother out from under trouble's foot once more? Very well. All you need do is slay a pair of skittish little sea slugs. That ought to summon the lot of them. Huh? So, we need to kill... these in here. before I forget, I need to summon my chocobo again. There we go. Oh, I forgot. You're on healing stats. I knew that. And there we go. So obviously now we need to turn in this quest. For a second it looked like there was a player on top of that Frothlight pelican. It's an interesting pelican. Anyway, it looked like there was someone on that. I'm like, that'd be an interesting mount. Somehow I don't think those are tameable. But then I think corals are also having a mount. Anyhow, sure as rain, or a subtle stratagem drew the southerly sea sods away from the open gates. The men of the detachment send their gratitude. And so we have the option of these bracelets, or this hat, or this headpiece, but we don't need either of those, so we'll actually go for that. And that was what? The bracelet? And I will equip those. Yes. I keep saying the brand new ring is better, but it really isn't. So, well, that was interesting. Upper Lenosa. We'll turn in those quests. Or, actually, you know what? I won't, because I'm going to forget about it otherwise. So we will head over to do Operation Icon, because it doesn't seem like we're to turn in the quest to Rodolphe. And then the magic of editing. You'll see me at level 50, and then we'll do the quest. Oops, I didn't want to hop down. Because I am going to head in the correct direction. Because I'm going to do a leveling roulette, and that should definitely take me to level 50. And yeah. While it doesn't really matter to be level 50 for this Operation Archon, we will need to be level 50 for the next quests. Well, the next main scenario quest dungeon stuff thingies that we need to do. And so I might as well get my tank to that. And then I might be able to work on my ninja and get that to level 50. So then I have options. And unfortunately I haven't worked on any of the other classes. So they're still pretty low in level. So I need to speak with Rodolphe. Rodolphe. Ah, Slairwind, so good of you to return. Tales of your deeds precede you. Knowing Limsa Lominsa lay in good hands allowed us to tend to matters of import elsewhere. But I am relieved to have you back with us all the same. Much work remains for the realm. And complete. Hooray! And as you can see, we have reached level 50. And as you can see, we now have the Way of the Samurai, a job quest. but I will get to that after we're done with the 2.0 stuff. And once I figure out where I'm going, I am going to go speak with Jenlin. I realized I could have used teleport. Oh well. And you can also see we also have the quest over there, and that is for the Red Mage. And again, I won't get to that until the 2.0. And while those are technically Stormblood job quests, or no, I think Red Mage is Heaven's Ward, and Samurai is Stormblood. And so I have access to it right now because I have those expansions. Anyhow, Jenlin wishes to bid you farewell. Welcome, Paladin. I had hoped to see you before I left. You remained a true friend, even after the wrongs I did to you, and I owe you my trust, so I will tell you everything I have learned. After our encounter in the hills, I spent some time in the care of Soltsegel, recovering from my wounds. As I convalesced, he gave me the true account of what happened these last few years in his solitary war against the monetarists. After he went into hiding, he tried to get word to me about what was happening, but I was surrounded by agents in the pay of the monetarists who kept me isolated and ignorant. They planted the lie that Soltsegel was a traitor and tricked me into tracking him down. I was their puppet, twitching obediently at the end of the strings they pulled. But when I discovered that Death's Embrace had been behind the demise of my brothers and sisters, they panicked, especially when they found out I had shared the information with you. They set a trap for us and baited it with the promise of a parley with Soltsegel. Soltsegel was no traitor, as I should well have known, but I allowed myself to be deceived by the whispers of mummers and flatterers, and no, that was not the way of it. It was not their lies that made me blind, but my desire, nay, obsession, to restore our honor. For the Sultansworn all paladins who have bent the knee to a higher cause, honor is a means to an end, not the end itself. I lost sight of that, and in doing so, lost sight of my true duty. Soltsegel understood what was happening, and this is why he gave you the soul of the paladin. It was a remonstration, a message. Look how adventurers live. He was telling me, where does their honor, their authority come from? I owe my position to the machinations of the monetarists. They calculated that a young captain, eager to prove his loyalty, bound by unquestioning fealty, would be all the easier to control. They were right. I am a sham and a fake, but the world does not know that, and even the illusion of power is a power of sorts. I can use it to fight back. I will tell my subordinates that I'm fleeing to Snowcloak and Coerthus. When the monetarists hear of this, as they surely will, they will send assassins after me again. But when they show their hand, I will stand my ground and fight back. I realize you may wish to offer your assistance, however, I cannot in good conscience put you in harm's way anymore. You too have become a target of the Cable's assassins. I'm not worried. The odds will be against me, that much is certain, but Soltsegel has taught me much, and if I am brave and vigilant, I know I can triumph. I am sorry you have been caught up in our own political struggles, but now, as a paladin, it is time you traveled with your own path. Yes, Soltsegel wished to have a word with you as well. You will find him in Central Thanalin. Allow me to mark the location on your map. And so we will head to Central Thanalin. And it's obviously there. And I will teleport to Blackbrush Station, and then I will ride the carbuncle. Haha, I got it right this time. I'll ride the carbuncle to that location. Obviously somebody's having fun as a samurai. And we need to head up over there, and that's why I'm on the track rail thing. It'd actually kind of be interesting if we had train transportation in the game. I think that would be kind of cool. So, Zagel. Thank you for coming, Celebrant. We haven't much time, so I will be blunt. Genlins will die if he faces death's embrace alone. I know what I must do, and I suspect you do as well. Yep. If you are the woman I believe you to be, then we shall meet again soon. Yep, on my way. And we have the lovely distance of heading over that way. So with the A Realm Reborn, so that's the 2.0 basically, the original level cap was 50. And we also have, we also have that dungeon down there, but I won't do that in this video because again, I'm gonna get to Operation Archon. And it'll probably have some cutscenes, so this video may run longer. Oh, I just realized something. I want to show off one of my appearance. I crafted this on my main character and sent it through the mail with the via help of Rihanna's to send it to this character. But look at that. Now my chocobo's nice and warm. Since we're in Coerthus. I will probably change it back to how it was before. Eventually. And I see I need Hippocorphs. I will get that some other time. And as you can see over here, I'm going to turn that on. Proceed. Basically keep Genlins alive. I can't remember how we want to do this either. Hello, so I'm late to the party. Don't start without me. You as well. I told you to go to ground. This isn't your fight. It is too, sir. First Saltzagel, now you. Are you both so eager to die? Who's dying today, fool? You forget that we are paladins. Wheresoever our duty leads us, we go, and do so of our own free will. To abide by one's own sense of justice is to embrace the paladin's creed. Sworn or unsworn, we are paladins true, and the only true oath we swear is the one we swear to ourselves. Now, come, let us stand shoulder to shoulder and show the black hearts the metal of our souls and the steel of our swords. Huzzah! So, I think I want to take out the big guy first, and then the eye? We'll find out shortly. Basically, goes... I suspect they would send minions, but void sent? Okay, I will, make sure I hit the right button. And yes, that's a new skill that we have. But I will attack this one. And hope they stay alive with that other one. And thus, of course, I need to... Oops, I need to pay attention here. Come on, come on. Uh-oh. There we go. And as soon as I have this one down, I will grab the aggro of that one, I think. And point him in this direction. So this skill has a double-edged sword of its damage over time, and it's for... Surely the Monoterrorists would go to greater lengths than this. And hardly a challenge for a trio of paladins. Those void sent were called forth by a mage who I suspect is observing us as we speak. Spread out and search for anything unusual, but tread lightly, this could very well be a trap. And locate the Death's Embrace caster. As you see, they'll be wandering around, and if I'm not mistaken, we have to head over this way. Isn't this area so much prettier when there isn't anything else here? Anyhow, glowing grimoire. This isn't suspicious at all. Interacting. What sorcery is this? Likely the work of our mage. It pulses with a queer light. Can I kill it yet? Up above, it's the mage. The grimoire. It's a trap. Can I kill it yet? Oh, I guess I was supposed to move. Get over here, you stupid... Ugh, darn you! Sotsego, Celebrin, are you injured? Not how disappointing. I'd hoped to finish this quickly. Not that I expect you will live any longer. Cut down the assassins quickly. Beware of the mage. Okay. You first. So that should boost up my defense. And that. And so we need to grab this and cut down the assassins. His magic tricks are not to be... Kill the grimoire. Where did that monstrosity come from? Over there, look! The grimoire is its source. I will hold the beasts at bay. Janlin, Celebrin, destroy the grimoire. Ta-da! I'm pretty sure I failed this one more than a few times when I first did it. You've done well. You never flinched from your duty. You followed the path you knew you had to take, and you showed us what it means to be a paladin. And you even managed to prise the scales from Jenlin's eyes while you were at it. It's been an honor to know you, and to watch you grow. In any case, today's battle should blunt the monetarists' stagger, at least for a while. They'll think twice before sending assassins after the Sultan's sworn again. I trust you will see to this mess, Genlands? Yes, sir. I mean, Captain. Please, sir, return to the capital. Take up your command again. The burden. It is too much for the likes of me. The monetarists may have stolen an Oathkeeper, but oaths are not forged in steel. They are sworn in the heart. You never betrayed your oaths, Genlands. And as for your leadership, well, ask this paladin if she learned anything from you. Nope, I didn't. You suck. You're a terrible teacher. Never teach again. I'm just kidding. Can I have your shield? Pretty, please? No matter what the circumstances, once a man has left the Sultansworn, he cannot return. No, I follow my own path, and on it I will stay. Can I have your shield? Please? 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 I have followed you since the day I vowed to join the ranks of the Sultansworn. Has the time come for me to stop following and begin to lead? You think? Can I still have his shield? Bye-bye. I'd ask for your shield, Genlands, but I don't like it. Thank you for coming. Once again, you have placed me in your debt. See me in the city when you return. I will have something for you. Can I have your shield? No, I'm just kidding. I don't like it. You have kept your oath and awoken the memories of a paladin's past. Yay! And I will teleport back, and then we'll speak to Genlands. Hello, Genlands. Welcome, Paladin. These have been troubled times for the Sultansworn, and you have served us loyally. You did what was just, followed the Paladin way, and defended the weak and needy. You are a true Oathkeeper. Honor and right were yours for the very beginning, and that is what made you strong enough to defeat me. The sword Oathkeeper has yet to be found, but I have come to realize that I do not need it. Nay, not to lead the Sultansworn nor to restore a good name. The oaths we keep are in our hearts, not in hallowed blades. Sultzagel has left to wander those nations of Eorzea. He is a man of honor, and unless I am very much mistaken, he will continue to look for the sword that was gifted by our ruler centuries ago. I shall continue to serve Ul'dah as one of the Sultansworn. You shall defend the people of Eorzea as a free paladin. Our paths diverge now, but we shall forever be bound by the oaths we keep in our hearts. But listen to me. Noble words aren't much good to an adventurer who has to face monsters and menaces out in the real world. Fortunately, I have something that will serve you rather better. The sacred armor has been kept within Sultansworn for many generations. It was given only to those Sultansworn who had, through feats of arms and deeds of great courage, earned the privilege to wear it. But something tells me that, for the first time since it's left the armorer's forge, this armor should go to someone who is not of the Sultansworn. If I allowed myself to be a slave to tradition, the paladin who deserves it the most would never wear it. Now, wouldn't that be a waste of fine plate? Just one thing, if anyone asks where you got it, you mustn't say it was me. Gallant surcoat, and valor armor coffer, and hallowed ground. The souls of paladins past bequeath to you their wisdom. And as this says, this concludes the paladin quests for Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have registered a product key for Final Fantasy XIV, Heaven Sword to your service account, and you must have completed main scenario quest before the dawn. Once you have done so, the next paladin quest will be available from Genlands. And, as you can see, we don't have anything because we have not done that quest yet. Which is also why I'm not going to do much of the rest of the stuff, because we kind of need those areas available in some degree as well. So, gear-wise, what did we get? So, okay. I'm going to unglamorize some of this stuff. So, remove. I do not have the Dispeller. Well, okay. Well, I guess. So, basically what Genlands is wearing here, well, that's the gear, right? Then there's also this one, and hopefully these go into the inventory. And they did not. They went into everywhere else. So, otherwise, we have this gear set. I mean, this is the gear set that I prefer. And I was certain we got... Oh, right. Didn't we? We didn't get a shield. Darn you! I thought we got a shield and stuff. Maybe that's for some other quest thing. I guess I might find myself a better shield then. So, yes, this is the gear set that I prefer. And it doesn't look all that fitting for female characters, in my opinion. Because it's so bulky and broad. But, of the two sets, this one's my favorite one because, well, it's more blue. And I just like it better. Anyways, I am going to find myself a better shield. And that's not better, but anyway, so there we go. We are now decked out, and as you can see, our average item level went up quite a bit. And I will close that. Alrighty, and now to head back to the horizon and head up over that way. And at this point, I'm going to have to run and avoid things. So as you can see, there's one there. And then there's these here. Well, I am going to avoid them. And ignore this one. And ignore that one. And hope I don't get spotted by anything else. They should stop following me at some point. And that's not the point. Let's see what follows me here. Just those two, that's okay. That one will probably spot me as well. But these should be killed a lot faster, and defensively speaking, I should have much easier time. So, destination. And we're interacting with this. And so Cape Westwind has now been unlocked. And I could hover over here, but I'm not going to because we'll probably get spotted by something. And so I'm going to teleport back to the horizon there. And here we go. It would appear we have unexpected guests. Now where have I seen you before? Ah, but of course, the woman who felled the mighty titan. This is the Icon Slayer? I see. The commotion with it is naught but a diversion. Allow me to hazard a guess. By limiting me, you hope to undermine the garrison at XIV. A bold strategy, to be sure, but have you the strength to see it to fruition? Leave us. None of you are a match for her. Send word to Castrum XIV. Tell them that the Limsons are coming. At once, my lord. 15 years have come and gone since Lord Van Balsair first set foot in Eorzea, yet his ambition for the realm burns as strong as ever it did. Know you what fuels it, adventurer? The desire to deliver the people from their suffering. The land he has conquered were all beset with problems: poverty, starvation, lawlessness, and strife. My homeland was no exception. Had my lord not reached out and claimed it for the Empire, it would eventually have destroyed itself. But under his sage leadership, my people enjoyed such peace and stability as we had ever known, and he only desires the self-same for the people of this realm. Under his rule, Eorzea would be free from the shackles which bind it, the shackles of false faith. There would be no feeble leaders to misguide the masses, no icons to bleed the realm dry. True peace would reign, and the people would be free to live their lives without fear of persecution or oppression. Should you doubt the truth of my words, I bid you look upon me. I am no son of Garlemald, and Lord Van Balsair saw fit to raise me to the station of great honor. He measures a man not by his birth, but by his worth. Such is his sense of justice. By the grace of his excellency, I am where I was born to be, upon the field of battle. He has given me a noble cause to fight for, and a worthy adversary to smite. I am not wont to bear my steel needlessly, but if you are deaf to reason. In the name of Lord Van Balsair, I, Ritzans and Elvina, do swear to strike you down. You will try. So this fight is usually just easy anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As you can see, there's dialogue. I will suffer none to oppose Lord Van Balsair. So gasp, pant. Forgive me, I have failed you. Lord Van Balsair! So originally that fight was obviously going to be a lot harder, but because most sinks, it's super easy now. So just reading the dialogue here, it was, I will suffer none to oppose Lord Van Balsair. My shields are impregnable. Join the countless challengers who have dashed themselves against them. And your defeat will bring Lord Van Balsair's noble conquests one step closer to fruition. And Eng! Though it cost me my life, I will strike you down. And as you can see, we also got a triple triad card, which I will use. Otherwise I will forget. And we got more experience, and Guildmate got a achievement. And so whether or not that trial is, because yes, it was a trial and that was why there was 8 people, that's also partly why it goes very super fast. It's unsynced or synced, it really doesn't matter. That's how long the fight is. It's very, 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 very simple. Obviously, when this first came out, it was a lot harder because there was not as good gear, etc. and whatnot. And so here we go. Right! The magic tech transporter! Celebrian, are you there? What news of Britannian? Fallen? With this deed, you have sown the seeds of our ultimate victory. Hooray! The fading of that light presages an end to the Empire's tyranny. Britain Sas Ervina is no more. Let the next phase of Operation Archon commence. Hurrah! "'Tis I! It seems you've done it again, Celebrian. I'd raised a tanker too, but I'm afraid we've no time to savor the victory. There's still the small matter of an infiltrating Castor Meridianium and destroying the Ultima weapon. I know, no rest for the preternaturally gifted. Now stop feeling sorry for yourself and make your way back to the Immortal Flames' encampment. The communications officer will issue you your orders. I'll be waiting for you with the main host." "Look, Heidelin, your minion comes, bringing the light. Alas, the gate to the void already stands open. Soon darkness shall consume all, and you shall bow down before the one true God." Ha 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 ha! Oh, shush, La Habrea. Infectious? Slain? Regrettably so, my lord, and at the hand of the Icon Slayer. The centurion who survived the attacks is to be believed. Her Titan. Where were his men when he faced the enemy, fleeing even as their commander yielded up his last breath? If it should prove they question his right. I cannot speak for them, my lord. Beg pardons, my lord, but there is more. The Maelstrom has laid siege to Castrum Occidens. Likewise, the Crimson Fleet moves to blockade Castrum Marinum. So this is their answer. Very well, we shall crush them as we crush the Icons. Go forth and show them the futility of the resistance. Yes, my lord. And I'm going to shimmy myself down here before that one spots me. And so we need to head over there and speak with the Allied Communications Officer. And that's not where I need to turn. So, here, the Allied Communications Officer. Scion Saragon, your deeds this day are an inspiration to us all. With the death of the Prefectus, Operation Archon has entered its second phase. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom moves to blockade Castrum Occidens and Castrum Marinum. And far to the east, in the Black Shroud, the Order of the Twin Adder advances upon Castrum Oriens. Already you have done much to advance our cause, performing such feats as are worthy of song, but if our plan is to succeed, more is required of you. Let me know when your preparations are in order, and I shall relay to you the particulars of your next mission. And here we get this, and unfortunately, while I do kind of like it, we don't need it. And those are the other two. I am going to go for that one, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for that. I'm gonna buy myself something later, or craft myself something. Anyway, the Allied Communications Officer has a task that can only be performed by a hero of the Alliance. Phase 2 of the operation is presently in motion. Our brothers and sisters of the Maelstrom are holding their own against Garlean forces upon Vilbrand and the Rotano Sea. Ere long, the third phase will begin, and you must take to the field once more. The immortal flames shall strike at Castrum Meridianum by way of a diversionary maneuver. While the Garleans are thus locked in battle, you are to infiltrate the stronghold and bring down the Magitech fields that surrounds the Praetorium. The staging point for the mission lies in the shadow of Castrum Meridianum in northern Thanalin, and that is where you must go. On your way there, however, I would ask that you make a brief stop at Camp Bluefog, one of our key outposts in the area. The garrison, I am told, is in low spirits, and it would do our troops well to see the hero of Cape Westwind appear before them. For the good of our cause, please stoke the fire in their hearts. And so we need to head to North Thanalin, and off we go. And we have some side quests here, and a leave met, and I might do those. And unfortunately, well, I can use my ninja for the level 40, but unfortunately the rest of the stuff is too high for my ninja at the current moment. Ah, Private Saragon, yours is a most welcome presence here at Camp Bluefog. Logistically speaking, we are ready to march on Castrum Meridianum at a moment's notice. Alas, while our troops are here in body, their minds are anywhere but. The garrison's mood is dark, so daunting is the prospect of joining what may prove to be the bloodiest battle in history. But with a hero such as you walking among them, we may yet rekindle the dwindling embers within their souls. And so he has a task for us. Sergeant Cracked Fist needs a hero to make a stew. I have a favor to ask of you. As a fellow comrade of the Alliance, as I mentioned, the garrison's mood is dark. The fault it pains me to admit is partly mine. I am no veteran of large-scale campaigns, you see, and the men and women under me are nervous for this knowledge. Seeking to lift their spirits, I remembered the tale of a Gridanian general from a century past. Van Kellen was his name, and he was a lancer of great renown. History holds that, in spite of his rank, he would regularly cook meals for his troops while afield. Most generals know to break bread with their own men on occasion to foster camaraderie, but Van Kellen took it one step further by actually making that bread. He showed that he was truly one of them, a hero and a comrade. Though I wouldn't presume to compare myself to a man of his stature, I thought it might be well to at least emulate the deed. To be sure, this is a testament to my desperation. I had begun making preparations for basilic stew, all the while wondering whether it would be any good, when an honest-to-God's hero appeared. I speak of you, of course. My gratitude would know no bounds. If you could take up the ladle in my stead, the stew is just about ready. All it needs is some basilisk meat, which can be readily had north of here. Please procure the meat and add it to the cauldron bubbling just outside the camp. When the stew is ready, I would ask that you also distribute it among our troops. Receiving the stew from you is certainly to give them heart. I doubt I can say the same were it to come from my hands. And here we have a task that is also level 49. Rayfall needs a warden to stand watch. As we speak, our garrison prepares to march, leaving the watchtowers undermanned. Yet we mustn't let the Garleans out of our sight, nor forget we are in theirs. Thus I would ask you to stand sentry and see it to our flags fly high for all to see. And before I forget, I'm gonna change my chocobo's gear back to, or appearance back to what it was before. Because it kind of looks goofy. And so my ninja is currently level 40. Rurubana, the Adventurers Guild representative for local leave quests in Camp Blue Fog, is seeking an adventurer to undertake guild leaves. Of all postings in all of Thanlin, I had to get stuck with... Ah, you there. You look like a woman of action. Might I interest you in a guild leave? As the representative of the Adventurers Guild here in Camp Blue Fog, I am charged with distributing work to able-bodied individuals, not unlike yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why waste time performing menial tasks for strangers? Well, my good madame, allow me to assure you that you shall be richly recompensed for all services rendered. I see that I have your attention. Excellent. Now then, there is but the small matter of the trial guild leave. It would hardly be prudent of me to send you out into the wild without first verifying that you can complete my tasks. This job should serve as an adequate test. What say you, friend? And I believe in trial and error. The more spectacular the error, the better. They won't even let me have an assistant anymore on that account, though they do keep doubling my funding. Now I'm thinking of something that makes Garlean armor go boom, or possibly kablooey. Just grab whatever seems promising and I'll get airing. Aha! I knew you'd agree. Let us review the details of the request, which you doubtlessly considered carefully before accepting, yes? Totally. Your client desires materials for the development of a new type of explosive. To that end, you must slay a variety of beasts in the wilds north of Camp Blue Fog. A simple task, perhaps, but nevertheless dangerous. Do take care, and remember that if you die, you cannot claim your reward. Good luck! And... now that I do that, I'm going to set this as my home point. Because in the event that I do die, well... So we have these tasks here, and I don't think I can do them with my ninja, so I'm actually going to do the leave quest first. And though they are just interacting, so I should be able to actually do that. I will find out in a moment. Oh, sure. And up. And up. There we go. Myrtle Flame Standard. I guess I can do this. Unfortunately, I don't think my chocobo is quite high enough in level to increase. Let's see. Yes, it hasn't quite leveled up just yet, so I need to kill those, but that is a 9 level difference, so I probably won't do that. But I will do the leave quest. And I'll just put it up 1. For the sake of speediness. And as you can see, they're pretty weak. But it should give me some good experience with my ninja. And since my paladin doesn't really need that experience at the current moment because it's already level 50. So my next task that I will be doing is trying to get all the other classes up to level 50, and then that way, as the other other jobs get unlocked, I will be able to work on those and play those because, for example, the Red Mage actually starts at level 30, and the Samurai starts at level 50. And that's mostly in part because Samurai is level 50 likely because then it's just a 20 level difference that you need to level up for Stormblood. And then 30 probably because, again, 20 levels to get up into Heavensward. And we have this to kill. I guess we have one more after that. And I won't teleport back until... Actually, I guess I could. Because it's not that far of a distance anyway. And the last one is over there. There we go. Oh, I guess we need to get bomb thumbs. Guess I should pay attention. And so we need to head back down over this way. Hopefully we get it from this one. And since I'm so close. Anyway, as I said, I guess I will teleport back and turn this in. And then I'll switch to the paladin again because I won't be able to do much with my ninja at the current moment. Not until it gets better gear. And it does have better gear, just not equipable because I'm too teeny of a level. Welcome back, my good madame. Here is your payment as promised. Bonus, blah blah blah. And we get that, but we will equip that in a little bit. Not that I ever truly harbored doubts as to your abilities, but rules and regulations cannot be ignored. I'm pleased to state that given your stellar performance, I am now permitted to offer you a wide variety of guild leaves. Peruse them at your leisure, and let me know if any are to your liking. I'll be here when you're ready. I'll always be here. Poor dude. So, switching back to the paladin, and I will go interact with those over there, and then kill those lizard thingamajiggies over there. Interacting. If I can. Nice view, right? And then over here. And no, you can't fall down. See? No falling. Which is fortunate, because if you noticed, I didn't notice the little gap in between there when I was walking, or was it there? I don't know. Between when I was walking and otherwise I would have fallen down. And that would not have been fun. There we go. And now I will kill the basilisks. Those are friendly looking, aren't they? Right? 1 down and 2 to go. Oh, the other thing with this skill is that it also increases enmity. So that's why it's a good AO to use. Likewise with Flash, if you were tanking. Or the main tank, sorry. Of course you're tanking, you're in a tank class. Duh. Anyhow, so I will report to Rafold. And I will add the basilic meat to the bubbling cauldron. Basilic meat. Basilisk meat, rather. Only those who have never eaten basilic meat, basilisk, I will say this right, meat, claim it has the consistency of chicken. Those who have eaten basilisk meat, forget it, I'm lost myself now. Meat will tell you the consistency is more akin to boot leather, as is the flavor. So why are we eating it? Maybe it's better as a stew? I don't know. And here you use your kneel animation for whatever reason, instead of, like, sit or something. And we're waiting for it to cook. I guess we need to collect it. And now we need to distribute it amongst the individuals. I believe the first is over in here. Betzian Flame Private. I think I'll pretend to be sick. That way I won't have to fight. Maybe they'll even send me home to my family. It's not as if one man would make a difference, right? Basilisk stew. A hodgepodge of basilisk meat, random roots, and whatever other edible flora and fauna can be foraged from the desert. You made this stew for me? I never dreamed that I would share a meal with a hero, let alone partake of something she made. I wanted to be a hero too, you know, to my family. I took up arms because I wanted to protect them. And I will! I won't run, not today, nor any other. And I guess we'll speak to Rafold there, and I guess running was stupid and pointless because now it's gonna expire. And so your watch ends. Mayhap you spied only doblins, but who can say what unseen terrors might have assailed us were you not there to keep watch? So long as we stand in the shadows of Castrum Meridianum, we must remain ever vigilant. And here we would have gloves that would match the chest piece otherwise, and Rafold. And again, we would have had these, but nope. Rafold hopes to turn a curse into a cure. Danger lurks near Delamude's towns, as the winds whisper the presence of grenades. No petty pest to purge, but the price of pains pays a prize. Grenade clause. Try saying that 5 times fast. No petty pest to purge, but the price of pain pays a prize. Price. While I'm unfamiliar with the region's exact medicinal effect, I do know it serves to pacify my alchemist. An effect alone I deem invaluable, and we will certainly need salves in the days ahead. When you have slain the grenade and collected its claw, I would ask that you deliver it to Memezofu directly. And we will do that after we disperse the meal, the basilisk stew. Gods, this is all so hopeless. The Garleans are going to crush us with their steel monstrosities. We're all going to die. Sob. Here, have some stew. I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. Your words in this hearty stew have given me courage. Yes, a fire positively burns in my belly. Or is that just the basilisk venom? I was about to ask. And so the last one, I think, is up here. Yes. And yes, I said that slowly. Anyhow. Flame private. Brr, it's always so dark here. And cold. Maybe I shouldn't have enlisted. It's not like killing Garleans will bring my friend back. This smells good. Aren't you the adventurer who triumphed at Cape Westwind? To think that a hero fights beside us, and this stew, it whets my appetite for vengeance. Just you wait, you Garlean horsens, I'm coming for you. Heads. And so now we need to talk to Cracked Fist Flame Sergeant, and then we'll head out and do that task, because we'll probably have a task for him as well. Your basilisk stew has done wonders for our troops' morale. I cannot thank you enough. The seeming hopelessness of the situation, not to mention this accursed gloom, had dampened their spirits, and for a time they had forgotten their purpose. But your presence and culinary skills helped them to remember, and I'm confident they will do their part to protect the realm and their loved ones. And again, blah 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 blah. Sergeant Cracked Fist would make a parting request of you. Before you continue on your way, there is one more favor I would ask of you. North of Camp Blue Fog, approximately halfway to the cerulean processing plant, there stands two Alliance watchtowers. I would be grateful if you could bear a message to our sentries at each. When the next phase of the operation commences, link-shell communications may be disrupted for a time. Should this happen, messages must be conveyed the old-fashioned way, on foot, or with fire. The West Watchtower is under the care of one Private Wymond, while the East is held by Private Hopeful Dawn. That's an interesting name. On my behalf, please remind them to be fully prepared for this eventuality. Once you have visited both, continue north and then west to the cerulean processing plant. Lieutenant Edelstein, commander of the garrison, will be expecting you. 12 speed your way. Oh, I guess we have a side quest here. Spiraling Path. Spiraling Path needs you to journey down the road. The key to victory is the element of surprise, and the key to surprise is secrecy. We don the guises of miners to cloak our supply movements from the Garlean sentinels. The last shipment to leave us, however, appears to be short a crate of arms, which could prove an unfortunate surprise for the brigade expecting it. The troop makes its way to the Eastern Watchtower. It is my hope you might catch them and deliver these scimitars. Yep. And so I'll stop there, then there, then there, then there, and then we'll head over to the cerulean processing plant. And of course, attune to that aetheryte, and I think there's yes, there is a chocobo keep border thingy, and then I will set that as my home point. So first things first is the watchtower over here. And yes, you can indeed go up it. It's an interesting flame. Do not recall seeing that before. What is over there? Shrug. Anyway. Diamond. Why, if it isn't Private Saragon, what brings you to my humble watchtower? Link pearls may cease to function, you say? Rest assured, madame, we have an ample supply of torches and swift legs to spare. If there's a message that needs sending, it will be sent. And now we need to head over this way, to where that bridge was that you might have spotted when I was killing the basilisks. And here we see Dodoroba with the caravan. Dodoroba. As you can plainly see, we are miners hauling a load of ore and haven't the time for a small talk. Immortal Flame scimitars. One of these blades is presented to each of the Immortal Flame's infantry in a simple wooden box lined with velvet. Ah! These scimitars were supposed to be part of the load. Yep, that's why I'm here, giving them to you. You're welcome. And I can never remember where the stinking stairs are for this. Oh, they're hiding behind the wagon, that's why. And we need to head over here and up these stairs. And speak with Hopeful Dawn. And that's his view. That looked like a cave for a second, but nope, that's water. Hopeful Dawn. 'Tis an honor to meet you in the flesh, Private. Is there aught I can do for you? Provisions for when the link shell's out of commission. I always make sure we've got a good store of torches and well-rested legs. The East Watchtower's ready for anything. Never you fear. Ouch. And obviously there's that quest back there. So I will just teleport. What's 100 gil? I'll make that back in 2 seconds. And then I'll head back up. And if I was thinking this through properly, I would have gone to the other aetheryte and yeah. Oh well. Spiraling path. I'm relieved you have returned safely to us, and that the weapons will reach their destination unhindered. Movements to and around the borderlands of Thanalin fall under constant scrutiny. One misstep could spark a fire that will consume all the realm. And now I will head to camp processing ceruleum thingy. The ceruleum processing plant. I knew what it was. And I think we have a side quest over that direction, so I will do that first. Yeah, because it's kind of out of the way. And I probably should kill that. Oh, if I'm lucky, it'll stay facing that direction. And obviously you can see there's a fight of some sort here. A grenade. Oh, right. Because we need to collect this guy's hand. The claw. That thing. And if I'm lucky, that won't spot me before this one is dead. And there we go. Do I need to interact anything? Nope. Jumping on the carbuncle. And it did spot me, but I can not run away. Run away, run away! And here we go. So I will attune with the aetheryte first, and then I will talk to the porter after I set the aetheryte as my home point. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? I'm not entirely sure why I started to read that. Because it's the same everywhere, just the location of where it's said is different. I think we need to speak to someone who is in here. Yes. Memezofuf. No. I'm afraid this won't do at all. How is one to perform alchemy without reagents? Reagents? Whatever. I cannot simply make something out of nothing. Grenade claw. Claws are thought to contain the same flammable gases found in the bodies of void sent grenades. Therefore, extreme caution is recommended when handling. Ah, yes, a grenade claw, and just when I'd run out. Good to know my pleas to Rofold were not entirely in vain. I shall tend to the task of formulating potions at once. One, on behalf of the several lives you've saved bringing me this, I thank you. And again, blah 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 blah. And apparently he has a task. Mamizofu has been hard at work making potions and needs them to deliver to those in need. I have formulated the potions as promised, but little good will they do the world sitting here. Skirmishes with the Garleans grow more frequent by the day, and with them grows the number of needless casualties. I do not claim we might save every soldier, but every life lost is a wound less than fatal is to be lamented. And so I guess we need to administer potion cocktails to the wounded. But first we will speak to Edelstein, because I know we'll have to head back out that way. Edelstein, Private Sargon. Well met and welcome to my garrison. Battle preparations are proceeding well. I am pleased to say the Flame General himself arrived a short while ago and has been inspecting our troops. And we got belts, but we don't need them because we got new belts. Lieutenant Edelstein wants you to report to the Flame General. General Raban would no doubt be pleased to hear from you. You will find him over by the Aetheryte. And if he was there before, I did not notice him. Raban. Ever a sight for sore eyes, my friend. I'm told you worked wonders on the morale of our garrison at Blue Fog. I would have you do the same for the troops here. They put on a brave face when I'm about, but the fire in their hearts quivers as a candle in the wind. I can see it in their bearing. About the camp there are green recruits whose resolve falters. Find them, Celebrian, and rekindle their fighting spirit the way only a hero can. Once you have seen to the others, go and do the same for Edelstein. No matter what he may claim, the lieutenant would also be better for a bit of rousing. Trust me, I know. So, we need to I will head over this way first. Forgot how big this camp is. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Rally. Thank you, I think. Whatever that was, it momentarily distracted me from my woes. That's because I did the wrong thing. Wah! The Garleans are not near as frightening as you. I'd sooner face a vanguard while naked as my name day. I didn't think it was that scary. Lane Private 3rd Class. I'm fine. Surely nothing to worry about. Just a mild case of battlefield nerves. Yarg! I break my fast on Garleans, and right now I'm very hungry! Boy, does she shout. And we'll do those after we rally and psych the people. So we need to psych up this guy. Oh, the oft-rumored hero. Doubtless you will single-handedly save us all. Well, I might need some help, you know. Your stirring gesticulation has reawakened me to my purpose. Hero or no, I will fight tooth and nail to protect the realm. Thank ya. And... psych. By Relger! Without my realizing it, the fire of my resolve had grown dim. but thanks to you it burns red hot once more. If needs be, I shall lay down my life to secure victory for Eorzea. Just gonna say, if some random person tried to rally me just out of the blue, I'd probably give them a look like they were insane. And there we go, finally. All the good gear. Lieutenant Edelstein has an urgent request ahead of the next phase of the operation. A short while ago, the Flame General struck for Castrum Meridianum. Alas, no sooner did his contingent gain the resistance line than an Imperial patrol fell upon them. We are informed that they successfully won through, but enemy patrols yet linger in the area. Our main host could easily crush their leg, to be sure, but we dare not deploy them at this juncture, lest we prematurely stir the hornet's nest. That the operation might proceed unhampered, I would have you thin out the Imperial presence at Raban's push. It should suffice if you were to vanquish 3 each of their vanguards, and foot soldiers. Once you have accomplished this, pray join the Flame General at the operation's staging point. May Railger give you strength. And so we'll head over there and do all that, as I said, and the staging point is over there. And so we need to apply the healing. I've tasted better, but it's a fool who gripes about a swig that saves his life. This spicy brew could be none other than Memezofu's. I'll be sure to thank him when next I see him. And that was a legit stammer. And next we need to speak to Injured Flame Corporal. And as you can see, there are a lot of Garleans out and about. I'm not quite dead. I think I could pull through. You're only mostly dead? Partly dead? No? Anybody get the reference? Nope, nope, okay. We'll be over here. So, we need to kill this one. And a few more of them. And I'm gonna ignore that. And that I will try to avoid. And oddly enough, that's also there. I've actually never seen both of them in the same spot. Usually this one is off somewhere else. And that one I usually see way over there. Or way over here. Anyways, I definitely want to avoid that one. That one's an aggro. Which will be interesting. It's at least a level 50, so I'm level 50 now. But it'll still hurt because it's not like regular creatures. So I will quickly do this and hope that it does not spot me. Yes, my strength returns. I will not pass until the keeping of Thal this day. And I will move over this way. And we need to kill these vanguards. So I will do that. And one down, 2 to go. And there's still one more I need to give a potion to. And we need to kill one more vanguard. Over here. Didn't even notice the difference in size. This one's tiny in comparison. Now we need to speak with Ruban. I see you've cleared the way for the main host. My thanks. I might have given the task to another rather than risk your neck before the mission, but what's done is done. Besides, it's probably served to loosen up your joints. This is it, Celebrian. A moment of reckoning. Eurasia's future hinges upon our deeds this day. And we have all these. I do actually kind of like this hat, but that's probably... Actually, we'll just stick with that. We'll get enough food stuffs later. Ruban stands ready to commence the penultimate... What? Penultimate? Penultimate? Nope, I have no idea how to say that word. We'll just go penultimate. Phase of Operation Archon. I'm pretty sure it could be that anyway, but brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share with you glad tidings. Doubtless spurred on by news of the siege of Castor Morians, the Maelstrom has struck a double blow. Castor Mossidens and Castor Marinum are now under blockade. Phase 2 of Operation Archon is a success. Reports tell us that the Garleans offered fierce resistance, but that the Admiral yielded them not one ounce. With Occidens, Murinium, and Orions thus suppressed, the third phase may begin in earnest. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Adder moves to block the railway, leading hither from Castrum Sentry, and that can mean but one thing. The hour is come to strike at the heart of the Garlean invasion force. Castrum Meridianum, the den of the Black Wolf. My fellow Eorzeans, I am Minfilia, mistress of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. There exists myriad barriers that divide us, those of race and nation, language and creed, to name but a few. Such barriers serve to isolate us from our neighbors, but they also serve to define who we are. Shorn of them, there would be little to distinguish one from another, and the rich variety of our lives would give way to sterile orthodoxy. These barriers can never truly be broken down, of course, not so long as there is liberty in the world, but they can be transcended. Verily, we do so now in coming together for this grand endeavor, to fight side by side in defense of our shared home. Before me stands the adventurer Celebrian Saragon. You all know her as the woman who will lead the unit tasked with destroying the Ultima weapon. We Scions know a different Celebrian, however. We know her as a dear friend who has endured untold hardship on our behalf, a true hero who has ever blazed a path for us to follow. And why do I tell you this? I tell you, friends, because it is time for us to blaze a path for her. Our objective is to wreak such havoc outside the walls of Meridianum as to afford Celebrian and her comrades the time they need to disable the Magitech guild generator within. With the path thus cleared, we may finally turn our minds to the true goal of this operation, the destruction of the Ultima weapon. All troops, prepare for battle! Aye, aye, sir! I fear I cannot accompany you this time. The inevitable task of facilitating communications between our forces has been entrusted to the ironworks, you see. Know, though, that I will be praying for your safe return. See that you come back to us, my friend. May the crystal bless you and keep you. We will suffer the Black Wolf to prowl our lands no more. Let us teach the hunter what is to be hunted. Forward, comrades! For Eorzea! For Eorzea! Go now, Slurian, and bring us one step closer to the dawn. And just to be somewhat anticlimactic, I am actually going to finish that side quest, and then we won't actually get to the next bit of this until the next video, because Castrum Meridianum takes about half an hour, because there's cutscenes throughout the trial dungeon thing. And likewise with the one that will be immediate following the Praetorium, which takes roughly 45 minutes plus some cutscenes at the end. So those will be in the next video, and that's pretty much all we'll likely do in the next video. Because I'm not entirely sure how long the cutscenes are after Praetorium or Meridianum. Anyhow, Injured Flame Private 3rd Class. Darned Garleans, and I meant to actually click that, not right-click him. Anyway. Bless your soul! I thought it was done for. Memezofu. We alchemists know life to be a fragile thing, a precarious matrix of exigencies and resolutions sewn together by the delicate threads of time. Fate determines the value of a life-saving potion, and to the soldiers you saved, yours was the merciful hand of fate. I was once a fighting man like those you saved today, but alas, no guardian spirit visited me in my hour of need. My contributions to the battlefield have been since confined to those which I concoct here in my laboratory. Yet I take solace in saving others from such a fate as mine, and it is by your brave hands that I am able to do so. And will you make that elixir? And apparently has another side quest for us. Well, we'll see what it is. Memezofu is once again in dire need of regents. I am loath to ask more of one who has already done so much, but rarely do I chance to meet such a reliable adventurer. The winds of change blow constantly here on the fore, fanning the flames of war to burn up ever faster through my stock of regents. In particular, I have urgent need of Aramima corneas at the moment, and fear I have no other I can ask. Might I trouble you to procure those for me? And those are there. Well, he only needs 2, so I'm going to go quickly and do that. And if he does have another side quest after that, we will leave that for the next video. And we'll probably start with that, and then we'll head into the Castrum Meridianum. Because as I said, it'll take a while. So, scoop you, and scoop you. And of course the fate starts. Why wouldn't it start? There we go. And we'll head back over to Memezofu. And ignore the basilisk. See, now I can say basilisk. Why couldn't I say basilisk before? Basilisk, basilisk, basilisk. Memezofu. Magnificent! Precisely the reagent I requested. Its appearance is far from appetizing, I'll give you, but trust that its medicinal efficacy more than makes up for it. Eryema cornea, the thin, transparent layer of skin which covers the eye of avoidant eryema. That's really gross. This small sample shall suffice to synthesize a goodly amount of coagulant, which serves to stem bleeding. I cannot but hope that an end to the bloodshed comes before an end to the salve does. And do we need better earrings? I would say yes, so I will equip those. And out of curiosity, just to make sure... Oh, I guess this is considered a dungeon, but it's an 8 dungeon. So that's what I was checking is the average item level, level 42. Then, so introduces item level. Leveling your character is crucial to unlocking your Zia's content, however it is not the only value you need to keep your eye on. Almost all important as the level of your class/job is the level of your gear. The reason behind this is simple. All gear is not created equal, with items featuring a high IL item level most often stronger than those with a low item level. While some high-level weapons and gear can be crafted or purchased in stores, the majority can be obtained in exchange for elegant tombstones, special drops that can be found in instant dungeons, raids, and on the hunt. Once you have collected enough tombstones, journey to Revenant's Toll to outfit yourself with the best equipment the realm has to offer. And that's what I was looking in the battle here. Unfortunately, can't collect any yet. I think you need to be done 2.0. So, Castrum, Meridianum, and the Praetorium, which will be immediately after. So, that's it. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching.